So guys, I have some really exciting news that I need to share with you. You see that generally there? Now, since you haven't seen my actual generally for quite a bit, you probably don't see much of a difference, do you? But some 1969 Dodge Charger fans, or just Charger fans in general, may notice that it looks more accurate to the General E. But why? Well, I brought my other model here as well. Now, this may be a little tricky to do, but sorry guys about this. Also, I'm also a little sick right now, so I'm sorry if my voice sounds a little weird or cuts out at some points. Okay. And just look at the front. Do you see anything different with the front? Sorry about that. Do you see anything different with the front? Well, the difference with the front is that it's actually longer. The General Lee is wider. So this one's actually 14 studs wide, the one I'm holding, and the one on that computer is 16 studs wide. So the General Lee is now going to be 16 studs wide. Now this is what the General Lee looks like, and it looks really good. But you guys are probably saying, yeah, cool, but when are you gonna get the parts? Well, that's why I'm sharing it with you. We actually ordered the parts for the 16 stud wide General Lee. And now the General Lee is going to have bigger wheels, wider rims, and wider in general, and just looks so much more accurate to the real General. Gotta use that side, forgot about that. Now, if you have a look at the rims, you see how wide those rims are? And those tires are much bigger as well. The General's going to look great when this upgradation is done. And I'll show you what my General Lee's rims look like at the moment. So you can tell they're wider, much rounder, curved rims, so they can fit bigger wheels in there as well, which is great. And the General's going to look great when the upgradation is done as well, and I can't wait. So now Hayden Fremantle, which is my friend at school, won't be complaining anymore, saying that the General's off proportion, and that it's not wide enough. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but I definitely did, only after Hayden said it, which was a little annoying, but I'm glad Hayden said that because I can now improve my General Lee once again. But yeah, the General Lee is going to look really good when the 16 stud wide upgradation is done. But we ordered from the exact same place that took 2 months, almost 2 months to finally arrive. So this may be a little bit of a long wait. It could be here in 3 weeks, or it could be here in 2 months, who knows. I'm hoping it's in here in 3 weeks, but I don't know, because at the moment there's quite a lot of floods going around in our area. So yeah, and because of that, most of our schools have been shut down because there was too much flooding. And there's some areas like Marupna, Shepparton, and Echuca that are just absolutely flooded, and people have to evacuate. So yeah, we've had quite a lot of floods lately, which is actually probably one of the worst floods we've had in a long time. So yeah, that's why it may take a little longer because of the floods, but that's still like 3 weeks away or something like that. Who knows how long away that is. But yeah, there's also another train trip which I've already told you about that could potentially be cancelled as well. So I'm not going to tell you guys that we ain't going on it, or we are going on it, because it's unknown at this point where it's going to be cancelled or not. But anyways, I'm here to talk about the General Lee upgradation. Let's have a look at the back. So if we swing over to the back, there we go. This is the General Lee's new and improved back. Now, if you can remember, quite a bit ago, the General Lee's back was nowhere near big enough to have a bigger license plate. And also, the back just looked so weird. It didn't look quite right. Also, if you can notice, there's also some headrests in there as well, which my General Lee that I got at the moment does not have headrests. The exhausts are closer together. So, sorry if I'm covering the screen quite a bit. You can see my General Lee. The exhausts are very far apart, and on that one they're very close together. and on my generally, that curve is a lot less extinguished on my generally, and then on the 16 stud wide general it looks much better. Now in case you're wondering, is this generally still the same model that I graded? Yes indeed it is. So that 16 stud wide generally is still my own creation. It's a MOC. Because I had to make it wider because it really started to bug me after Hayden said that. And I'm glad I did because it looks so much better. And now, finally my dreams may come true to have a 16 stud wide car of the General Lee. Something that I can be really proud of. If this was a set, I would be nowhere near as impressed. And yeah, sure, there's quite a lot of things that are quite wrong about this car, like there's not enough curves on the side, but hey, this is my first big Lego model of a car I've ever done from scratch. Heck, I haven't even built a single Creator Expert car. That's a set, I've never built that. I'm hoping to get one of them this year, but I don't know whether that's going to happen or not. But yeah, I'm also going to add steering to the General Lee since we got a lot more room now. And we may potentially get a deeper engine and a more accurate engine as well. The Confederate flag looks a little better on the roof as well. So if you have a look at my General Lee roof, look, remember how that Confederate flag looked like? And then have a look at the Confederate flag on the top of the 16 stud wide General. That's the Confederate flag. So the main difference is the flag is more square. It's still rectangle, but it looks a lot more accurate to the actual Confederate flag. Looks a lot more better in my opinion. And also I want to add a sticker to the side saying the General Lee on the orange, which was exactly how it was in the TV show The Dukes of Hazzard. Another thing that I noticed is that the front window is much wider, much more accurate to the real General Lee. And if you want to see the front window on my current model, then if you check out that, you can see it's very thin, very narrow. Oops, what the heck did I just do? Oh, I went to Chrome or whatever. But yeah, you can see it's much more narrow in that. But dude, I don't want this on my computer. Now go. Okay, there we go. So yeah, you may not have seen a huge difference there, but yeah, the difference is there for sure. General Lee definitely is wider and it looks much better. So yeah, I'm really excited for the General Lee. The only thing that I haven't done with the 16 stud wide General is I actually have not upgraded the engine. The engine is going to be currently done later, probably when I get it in real life. Wonder if I can get the engine, the hood open. There we go. So you can see it's still off from the 14 stud wide General that I have not fixed up any of that. Because the 14 stud wide General, oops, the hood's being a butt. It looks like that. And when you had to widen it, it had to be two studs, which you can see in a space between that battery box or whatever that is. I'm not really good at engines. I mean, I do know quite a few parts about engines, but I'm not good at building them. I need more experience. But yeah, you can definitely see, it definitely looks better. You can see the hood. Do you see how square or rectangle that hood is? And see how rectangle the hood is in height. So you can definitely tell it's wider. And looks much, much better. So yeah, that's what I really wanted to show with you guys today. And also, it was my birthday not too long ago, on Saturday, and I got some really good presents. I had great bonding time with my family, and yeah, I'm really grateful and thankful for all my presents they gave me. So thank you for that, and especially that's when I ordered the Lego for the General Lee as well. So yeah, I'm really excited for this Lego to come, and I hope you guys are as well. And yeah, let me know down below in the comments what you think of this upgradation. Do you think it looks amazing, or do you think it doesn't look so good, or not as cool as what you would have thought? But anyways, here's another one of the gifts I got for my birthday. Is that big tiger set, and this thing looks amazing. Got lots of articulation. Look, all the shapes, curves, angles. It looks so good. And believe it or not, that striping in the belly is actually brick built. It's not a sticker or a print. The top cheese slopes with the ending arches in black at the top, those are prints. But that's still really impressive. So yeah, that title looks amazing. But yeah, there you have it. That is the General Lee. So, what did you guys think of the 16 stud wide upgradation? In my opinion, I definitely recommend this. Is 100% worth it. And now I'll go to show my friend Hayden at school and see what he thinks and see whether, because I told him, do you think 2 studs wider would have been enough? And Hayden said, no, it's got to be wider than that. And I said, Hayden, you'd be surprised of how much a 2 stud wide difference in length or width can do to a car. Like, trust me, if I did 4 studs wide, it'd be way too long and I'd have to make it even bigger. And yeah. So all I needed was just 2 studs longer. The best thing about this upgradation is that it's going to be more accurate to the Creator Expert category, and it's going to be even closer to finally submitting it to LEGO Ideas, which is one of my huge goals, to submit this to LEGO Ideas. When I do, or if I do, I'll let you know, and I can show you where you can support it, because it needs to get 10,000 supporters and be approved by LEGO before it becomes an actual LEGO set. Look, I really hope this becomes an actual LEGO set, but I have no guarantees, and I don't know at this point in time. So, yeah, we'll see. But yeah, if you guys want to support this project when it eventually comes to LEGO Ideas, then by all means, go ahead. I really appreciate it. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope you guys have all enjoyed. And yeah, and I hope to see you guys all next time. Bye!